Hey, testing one, two, testing one, two. All right, I think we got everything going on. Here's the first thing I'm doing first is the Zoom. Hey, hey, hey. All right, all right, all right. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mr. Riley, and the co-chair at Normandy Avenue with chairing with Miss Kathy Agede. So thank you for this virtual emergency UTLA meeting. This meeting was supposed to be held on Friday after school. However, Mr. Riley had some previously scheduled family engagement, and so now we had our Zoom on Saturday. However, I forgot to record the top half of the Zoom meeting, and so instead of trying to piece together the Zoom meeting, re-record, I just figured I'll just do one from top to bottom with all the details, and so that's what this is. It's been a busy Saturday and a busy Sunday as well. Um, Oldest kid came in town. Second kid just left today, and so we're finding some time to get away and record this video on the Sunday evening. You can see the time is 8:04 at the recording of this video. So just thank you for your patience, and hopefully you find this information valuable to the upcoming solidarity strike that we're having with Local 99. So let's go ahead and get into some of the particulars as it relates to this particular solidarity strike Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And so right off the bat, let's go ahead and just look at what the schedule is for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then after this, we'll look at just the foundation, why we're partnering with Local 99, and just some more background information. And then we have some documents to share. And I think that'll be it. So we try not to make this too long of a YouTube video, but hopefully you stick around and get the information that you need, the questions answered that you might have about this solidarity strike. Okay, so here we go. Monday, tomorrow, or Monday, March 20th is a normal day. It's a normal school day. So show up, do your regular thing, and all that kind of good stuff. On Tuesday, the solidarity strike is going to begin. Tuesday, picketing from 8:30 to 10 a.m. Then we're going to go down to Boldry for an 11 a.m. rally. It's probably going to start closer to 12. And then Wednesday, same thing. We'll have a school site picketing beginning around 6:30. And we'll talk about that in a second, all the way up to 10 a.m. Then we'll go down to local district south. And then Thursday, again, same morning picketing schedule around the school from 8:30 to 10. And then we'll have a rally downtown at 1 o'clock. And so that is a schedule for the next 3 days. And then, of course, on Friday, we return to work and continue the good things that we're doing in the classroom. Now, at the recording of this particular video, there are some updates that have been made. I know the bargaining team had an opportunity to look at finally LAUSD made some proposals, and so they weren't as good as what we UTLA Board of Directors thought, the bargaining team thought it should be. So I would just say, please check your email for messages coming from UTLA as it relates to just updates. And they said that they're going to send out one today. Today is Sunday. They're going to send out one probably every single day, just so that they can kind of keep us in the loop as it relates to the bargaining negotiations and things of that nature. But as we know, this is the schedule for right now. If things happen to change, they're going to let us know. So again, Tuesday, school site picketing. We'll go down to Boldry. Wednesday, school site picketing, and then we'll go down to the local district south. And then Thursday, school site picketing, and then a 1 p.m. Grand Park rally, similar to what we had this past Wednesday. Okay, so then let's go ahead and move into discussing some of the points as it relates to the solidarity strike. So let's go ahead, and we have about 4 pages that we want to share with you as well. So I have it here, and I'm gonna really try to not read off everything that everything. You probably could stop the video and read through everything yourself. And I encourage you to just make sure that you're abreast of what's going on by reading all of the UTLA emails that will be coming your way. So it's a lot of information, and yeah. So let's go ahead and dig into it. So first of all, just congratulations. They're just congratulating us on the rally that we had this past Wednesday. They're estimating about 45,000 educators and SIEU Local 99 employees were there in Grand Park. And basically, we're flexing our power, being in solidarity. I don't know if you saw the signs that spelled out solidarity at the march, and so we're unified. Of course, we're in our red, they're in their purple, and so we're just trying to show, what the powers, the the two largest unions in LA Unified, what we can do. They're fighting for 30%. We're fighting for 20%, and a whole boatload of other things as well. Number two, a brief UTLA bargaining update. Like I said, this bargaining update is a little bit old because you should have received a bargaining update via email. So point number two, they've been bargaining for almost 11 months. The district still does not want to offer reasonable wages, does not want to offer class size reduction for all schools and all grades. And on top of that, their response that the crisis that the educator and students are facing is to propose that you, the teacher, us, the teachers, work additional hours on campus throughout the week. And then they're also, UTLA is saying that this is unacceptable behavior on behalf of the district because they're holding on to $4.9 billion, 3 times more than what they had saved in 2019. 2019, it was just, I believe it was 1.5 or 1.9 billion. And so now that reserve has increased over time. And then just some background in terms of what SEIU 99 is looking for. Local 99 members are teacher assistants, bus drivers, special education assistants, TAs, supervision staff, building and grounds workers, parent community reps, and so many more. They're the backbone of our schools. We cannot do some of the jobs that we are doing in our classrooms and our schools without these individuals, and so they're very, very vital to the functioning of our schools. And so it says the average local 99 member is making about $25,000 a year. 24% of local 99 members have reported that they do not have enough food to eat. And many of these employees work 2, sometimes 3 different jobs to make ends meet. 1 in 3 local 99 members have reported being homeless or at the risk of becoming homeless while working. Their contract expired 2 years ago, and so they're demanding 30% pay increase along with equity adjustments, full-time hours, and health insurance for those who don't have it. So that's kind of what they're fighting for. Now, as opposed to your boy, Mr. Carvalho, who negotiated a 26% increase in his pay before he even started working. So he's earning $440,000 a year. I heard that's probably about $36,000 a month. He's sitting on $4.9 billion reserve and said local 99 members were creating a circus by fighting for basic living wages. And I remember seeing that tweet that he tweeted out, and I was kind of appalled that another human being would refer to employees of a school district as clowns. Very, very disrespectful. The strike is specifically in protest to unfair labor practices that LA has, Los Angeles Unified has been committing against SEIU Local 99 members, right? So, not negotiating in good faith and things of that nature. It's been 2 years. And so they've gone through impasse and mediation, or maybe they're still in the process of going through that. And, it's been a long time. So why are we supporting Local 99? This is their strike. This is not our strike. And so it says standing with Local 99 members in their strike is the right thing to do morally and is in our best interest. And so just think about when the grocery workers a couple of years ago went on strike, or, sometimes we hear about Amazon, not Amazon, I'm sorry, Starbucks or different, companies, food services, hotels. Sometimes they go on strike, and so just like, because we're a union, we don't want to cross their line. We're standing next to, and so we're also fighting for a boatload of things, like I said earlier. And so why not have the largest union in LA Unified stand next to our support staff, essentially, and help them gain a better contract, because a better contract for them should be a better contract for us. At least that's what the head officials with UTLA are saying, are stressing. And so we need to flex our strength as a union to help get them what they want and to help us get what we want. Now, some of the questions, and I've heard in some of the chapter chair Zoom meetings, is like, well, they didn't help us in 2019. Why are we helping them now? And this is like, okay, well, first of all, we're not in 2019, and I don't know why they didn't help. That's beyond me. Um, However, we're here where we are now, and so it's good to be in solidarity with this group of people who we work side by side with every single day. And then point B says Carvalho understood just as well as we do that the power we have standing with Local 99. He is so scared of this bargaining last spring, the proposal. Uh, he wanted to waive our proposal to participate in solidarity strikes. And so he wanted to get that out of the contract as soon as he got here, because he knew that, he probably had a plan. And so he wanted to get rid of that clause in our contract. So the bargaining team, of course, rejected this proposal. And we also know that he is scared because he announced the cancellation of school a couple of days ago. So he knows what's going on. And that's why the school district is now beginning to make some inroads and, begin to offer certain percentages. And so, like I said, the newest update, they're offering, I think, 5, 6, and 3, which is nowhere over 3 years. And I think that's either 14%, which is not where we want to be. And so UTLA is holding fast at 20% for us. And so, they'll have to do something else, to really satisfy the teachers and the bargaining team with UTLA. Okay, Local 99 is striking no matter what. So it's no matter what's going down, it's a strike. It is up to all of us to decide if this strike will help or hurt us. If we do not strike with them, they will have a weak strike and get a bad contract. So we don't want them to get a bad contract. We want to show our strength in numbers. We should expect that Carvalho will use that at the big, bargaining table to try to get us to agree to less. And we don't want to agree to less. We want everything that we're asking for. Crossing the picket line tells Carvalho that we are not strike ready and that we are not going to force him to give us the contract that we deserve. So please, please, please be a participant in the strike. Standing with Local 99 and going on strike with them will fundamentally change the dynamic power at the bargaining table. And like I said, if you read your emails, you'll see that some inroads are being made as it relates to making some proposals to what we have put before them. We're asking you to recommit to stand with your Local 99 brothers and sisters on the line. And so that's why we're doing what we're doing right now, trying to give you all the information that you need. And then here are some of your rights. Every UTLA member should honor the strike. We're asking everyone to come to school And if you're not at school, well, I mean, you're not there, but we're asking everyone to show up. We need strength in numbers. And we're also asking that we don't go to work. Instead, we join the picket lines and the rallies. So, again, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, morning picketing, and then afternoon rallies. It's a solidarity strike or a sympathy strike. And then every UTLA member has the right to honor the strike, to work and join the picket line instead of going to work. Okay, UTLA as an organization, that is all of us in this virtual meeting space, have the right to organize and encourage members to participate in the strike and to put our full institutional support behind it, just as if it was our own strike. So please, 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 pass the word. We want you to be a participant in what's going on. And then point E, just like in 2019, the district is going to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt, what they call FUD, to try and stop everyone uh, from building collective power to win a strong contract. 99 and UTLA have never united in this way. This is the first time these two organizations are combining their efforts. Carvalho is scared and flailing. He's going to try and stop us by, spewing out lies. And so just be aware, he loves the media attention, and he's going to send out a tweet or hop on the news and, make you think that everything is okay. All right, here, the strike logistics. We kind of talked about that at the very top with the 3-day strike going on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So solidarity strike is a test of our own strike readiness. LEUSD will see it. A strong solidarity strike will help us win our demands. And so what's going to happen by 2 p.m. every day, I will be reporting, or someone on the CAT team, Communications Action Team, will be reporting the total number of UTLA members at our school who honored the strike by not coming or going to work, and then also the total number of UTLA members at our school who joined the picket line or the midday rally. So please, 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 it's very important to make sure that you know where we're going to be, especially at the rallies at our school site. Of course, it's going to be very easy to find where we are. We'll probably set up close to the ECC Center, which is near Vernon and Raymond, right there on the corner. And then we'll probably walk down Vernon, walk down Normandie, and then back a couple of times throughout the morning. Let's see who else. Picketing will start at 6:30, and so I know I'm not I'm not on the clock at 6:30, but I'm gonna try to do my best to get there as early as I can. I know we have local 99 members who start kind of early in the morning, and so that's why we see the 6:30 start time, and stay until 10, and then go to one of the rallies or the regional citywide actions. And so, again, Tuesday is going to be at Boldry at 12 o'clock. And then closing, it's very, very important that we not only work together, but we all join the picket line and the rally. Carvalho has never seen a strike up close, and we need him to look at these 3 days, and he doesn't want anything to do. I'm sure he doesn't want anything to do with this ever again, right? He doesn't want to have this on his hands. And in fact, I was talking to a friend yesterday. They're like, Austin Butner, the former superintendent, he was just like, Carvalho was, he's wrong for not giving in, and Butner was like, hey, I kind of agree with the teachers in Local 99. You got to give the people what they want. So that's kind of a good thing. So, and then remember, this solidarity strike is one step closer to all of us getting a strong contract. And so I know there are a lot of feelings about going on strike, missing money, being single, not being able to have a two-family income, and this, that, and the third. Man, we just need people out there. And so I know the circumstance is going to hit me double because both my wife and I are employees of the district. So it's a little bit different. So here are some FAQs that we're going to, 2 pages of FAQs, and there are a lot more FAQs as well that I'm going to post. There's a link that has a whole bunch more So let's see. Let me see what kind of time I'm at right now. Okay, 20 minutes in. Okay. So here's some FAQs, and I believe I sent this out. I tried to send these out on a Friday just so you guys can know what's going on. What are the dates for the SIEU Local 99 unfair practice charge strike? So it's a UPC, and that's really what it's called. That's the legal term, and we've already talked about the dates for this. And this is a little bit more in December. They declared impasse with the district, and in February, the members voted 96% to authorize a strike. So I think they declared impasse. They're right now. They might be in mediation. So there is a process that they're going through to try to resolve this strike. How does standing in solidarity with SIEU impact our bargaining? A strong contract for SEIU members who help keep our schools running and students ready to learn is a win for our schools and communities and helps us win the contract that we need. So, again, it does help us that we are partnering and doing this thing together. What does a solidarity strike mean? It means that you do not go to work. Instead, you join the picket line at your school site. If there is not a picket line, but there is a picket line at our school site, you should join one at a nearby school. And so I'll verify at the very end that we do have a school site picket. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do it right now. So right here, Normandy, you probably can see my cursor. Normandie, EEC, Early Child Care Center. That's what that is. Normally, ES, that's where we are. And so this yes means that we will be, basically having a picket location. Alrighty. Let's see. Are there protections for members who don't cross? UTLA members, like all workers, have the legal right to honor the strike and join the picket lines. UTLA as an organization has the right to support and join the strike, and it is important that we do so and demonstrate our collective power. And UTLA has submitted notice to LAUSD that UTLA members will be on strike these days. And so I do have a letter here, a memo. It's actually two memos, sorry. One talking about the educators' right to strike. So basically, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about calling in. It's not a sick day. If you're a probationary teacher, don't worry about it. This notice it right here just says that you're going to be on strike. Okay, so they've already done the legwork for you. Um, so you don't have to do anything but just show up on at the picket line. Oh, and then also there's a document here that talks about how long we'll be out, and so it just says we plan to. We're also notifying you of UTLA members' intent to unconditionally return to work on Friday, March 24th. So uh, Monday we go to work, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday strike, Friday we go back to work, and so those documents are already in place. Alrighty, and let's see. What if I am a non permanent teacher or if I'm on probation? Probationary and non permanent employees have the same legal rights as all other workers to join the strike. Probationary teachers participated in 2019. You're just starting your career at LAUSD. More than anyone else, you have a lot to gain by supporting SIEU Local 99 and changing the power dynamic in LAUSD. And in fact, I heard Jeff Good, one of the directors of UTLA, he said, we only had two instances where people were written up or almost, tried to be let go. However, I believe through the grievance process, they were able to get their jobs back with pay and all that kind of good stuff. So, nothing is going to happen, and you're good to go. Like I said, you don't have to worry about calling in or anything like that. It'll be a wonderful experience for you as a new teacher. The next question: how will participating in this solidarity strike affect retirement, if at all? Which is a great Question: the impact on your strike service year credit for such an action usually adds up to pennies a day, but you can also purchase service credit from STRS if you qualify, and unused accumulated illness leave will supplement your overall service credit year. And so basically at the end, and here's a good here's a scenario. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, "Yeah, some of the teachers were saying that if you strike these 3 days, you're gonna miss 3 months of service credit." And when I heard that, I was like, you know what, let me screenshot this real quick, and I'll just send them this memo. And after they read it, they're like, "Oh, okay, this makes much sense." And so even in our Zoom meeting a couple of days ago, they were saying once you get to talking to a pension advisor near the end of your career with LAUSD, they can use some of your unused, illness time to kind of make up for those days. And so that's the goal. That's what they've been saying. And so you're not going to miss. And besides, you've already worked over 100 days anyway. As long as you worked 100 days in a school year, your service credit counts. So hopefully you've done pretty close to 100 days, or you will do 100 days before the year is over. So you should be good to go. How will participating in this solidarity strike affect health benefits? Is kind of missing a word there, if at all. It will not affect your health insurance as long as you have worked at least one day in the month of March. And so I believe everyone on our staff has worked at least one day. No one lost health benefits in our 2019 strike. Regular accumulation of workday requirements remain in effect for substitute employees. So there you go. What if my school doesn't have a picket line or any SEIU members? Can I just stay out? Can I still stay out? Absolutely. This is a citywide strike. You should join a picket line at location near you. However, you being at Normandie, we have a picket line at our school, so just show up at our school. How does unfair practice charge strike differ from other kinds of strikes? Well, right off the top, an unfair practice charge is just a 3-day strike. And so it just says an unfair practice strike charge, UPC, is a strike in protest of legal violations committed by the employer. As such, this type of strike does not require completing the mediation and fact-finding process that are required in the context of an economic strike. Like in 2019, this type of strike is protected activity under the law. So it's only 3 days, and it's because of LAUSD's negligence and violating some some legal some violations, and so that's what that's all about. Do I call I get this one. Do I call a sub each day we're on strike? No, we already took care of that. I showed you the letter. You don't have to do anything. So no subs needed. In fact, we're hoping that the subs are going to walk with us as well. Can you call in sick or use personal necessity days? No. It says you can be disciplined for calling in if you are not legitimately using sick leave. You have a legal right to honor the strike. You are not protected if you call in sick. Using personal necessity days means you're not on strike. Means you are not on strike. It means you are not on strike and you are not standing in solidarity with your coworkers. So please do not call in sick. Just show up on the picket lines. What do I tell my students about the potential SEIU 99 3-day UPC strike? Well, you can tell them in non-instructional time that you'll be out, let me just go ahead and refer to this. You will need to be out of the classroom, the work site, for a couple of days. That's all, during non-instructional time. And this is a good time to maybe talk about a time when a character in a book stood up for something that they thought was right. And so that's a personal connection. We're definitely standing up and fighting, not physically fighting, but, figuratively fighting for what we really believe in. And then you might also want to share some of the key issues with them, reinforce this when they see you picketing. So you can even ask them, well, I'm not too sure if you can ask them to join. Should I tell my students not to come to school? No. As a credentialed teacher, you cannot tell students not to come to school. Students and parents will make their own decisions. And then the last thing, since Carvalho announced that they will close the schools during the strike, will we have to make up those days? Well, check this out. Carvalho closed the schools. He didn't have to. And if any change in or additions or takeaways to the calendar, it definitely has to be voted on by UTLA. And so, um, yeah. Now, there's some penalties that might, as a school district, we might face. So let me just go ahead and refer. By choosing not to settle the issues instead closing the schools, Carvalho is putting LAUSD at financial risk of state funding penalties for not meeting the minimum required number of instructional days. If LAUSD wants to avoid that impact by adding days to the school calendar, they will have to negotiate with us. So again, that's going to be a vote similar to how we voted on the acceleration days. Okay. So where am I? 30 minutes in. All righty. And so I'll also, so those are some of the basic FAQs. Gave you some of the strike history in terms of why we're doing what we're doing. And then I just wanted to drop this other link. Here is some other FAQs as well. Actually, I think these are the same ones. It's just all on one document. Yeah, these are the same FAQs. So if you want to see that, I will post it in the bottom. There's going to be a link in the description so that you can click on it and read it. And then we've talked about this memo right here that's already done. You don't have to, call in or say, hey, Miss De La Cruz. Nope, you don't have to do any of that. Just show up on the picket line on Tuesday. We talked about this right here. This is just an announcement for the 3-day citywide strike from March 21st to the 23rd. And it says we're also returning on Friday, March 24th. We talked about the picket locations over here. We have the Early Child Education Center, and then, of course, our school. So, yes, we have a picket line. And I'm trying to think of anything else that I might have missed. Let's see. So, also related to the technology, you should have received a text message. If you are a classroom teacher, you should have received a text message from your communication action team member. So, if you receive something from Darian, who's the kindergarten CAT team member, first grade, Miss Orozco, second grade, K. Martinez, third grade, Miss Kwan, fourth grade, they have dual Mr. Cadias and Miss Ricardo, and then fifth grade is Miss Calderon. If you're in the classroom, if you're teaching, then you should have received the text as it relates to the technology. Other than that, I would just say continue to check your UTLA email. There's updates. So if you haven't checked your email, please check your email. And again, if you want to bring some water to the picket lines on any of the days next week, you can reach out to Miss Ricardo. She's going to spearhead that. And then also, let me just say this as well as we close up. The admin at our school has offered has said that we could use the restrooms in the auditorium. They'll leave the side door open so that we can use restrooms. That's one option. Also, we have a couple of families who live in the neighborhood who might be willing to allow us to use their facilities as well if you feel comfortable. And see what else. So those are two things. And then also I'm advising that we do not park in the parking lots only because we want to, show that our school is, that no one is on the school. So if we could refrain from parking in the parking lots on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I know it's going to be a pain in the wazoo to park in the neighborhood, but we're just asking, for folks to not park on the parking lot. But, because we want to, if folks happen to roll through and snap some pictures, they can say, oh, the parking lot is absent. or the parking lot is empty, folks are not there, they're walking the picket lines and things of that nature. And then lastly, if you know any parents who might want to partner with us, have them get in touch with me. My email is jriley42 at gmail.com. So let me see if I can just put that on here really quick. You guys should have it already, but I'm going to type it just in case so you guys can see it. So J Riley Y. Let me go over here. Sorry about that. Should have had that ready. J Riley 42 at g.com. And let's see. Put it right there. There we go. So that's my Gmail address. If you have any parents who want to be involved, we welcome their input, their participation in walking at the school site, going down to the rallies. And so have them reach out to me and we can make this thing happen, okay? If there are any other concerns, reach out to myself, reach out to Ms. Aguirre, and I think I covered just about everything else. That was a mouthful. All right, guys. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. We'll see you on campus tomorrow, and hopefully, we'll have some information for a Local 99. They did have their own set of Zoom meetings as it relates to preparing for the upcoming strike. And so Mr. P is the shop steward. He's the main shop steward at our school. And so I know he was having some difficulty attending some of the meetings because, again, he has a second job. And so I think we sent someone on Saturday to attend the Zoom. So we're going to get the information to make sure that Local 99 knows that this is their strike. It's not our strike. This is their strike. We're partnering with us. And so to that end, we're going to try to help organize Local 99 on our school side as well so that they can be empowered. They're human beings just like us. And so we're going to walk in solidarity. We're going to put everything aside. And we're just going to, walk hand in hand and do everything that we can to help them earn their pay increase, their benefits, and things of that nature, because a strong contract for them is going to help our cause and have a strong contract as well. So thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. All right. See you tomorrow on campus. Peace out.